Fuck, dude. I'll get myself in so much trouble, dude. Which is fine, because who cares? Right? Well, obviously, there's ramifications, but welcome back, everybody. Another live trading stream hosted by Chart Addicts. Great to have you guys back. If you're new to the channel, you're going to stick around here for a few minutes, see if this is your vibe or not. See if this is your cup of tea. If it is, drop a like and subscribe so you get notified whenever we go live. And if you're coming back, well, clearly something is wrong with you. All right, so you're my people. All right, okay, let's have a fucking. All right, never mind. Um, are we live on YouTube? Are we officially live, or we're gonna have this thing basically? Tony says, "Good morning, Roy. Good morning, Tony." Menong rocks. Good morning. Good morning. Believe in yourself, people. That's my message for you. All right. Regardless of what I trade or regardless of what I'm waiting for, if you see something, and here's the reason why you have to trust yourself above, let's say, a mentor or somebody that you trust. Because I'm around a lot of great traders, and there's always this like feeling of they might know something I don't, right? So when they give me some feedback, not advice, but feedback on a trade or whatever, I might start to second guess. The reason that you don't want to listen to other people once you have your feet under you and you understand how to trade is because there's resentment that happens. Not just resentment towards me, because let's say that I missed this trade, which I'm perfectly okay with. You copy the same action, you miss the trade as well, but you're not as comfortable yet with missing opportunities. You have to, how do I say this? You're going to start to hate me, and then you're going to start to hate yourself for not trusting yourself and then for listening to me. You understand? So if you guys are beginners, then yeah, it's a different ball game. Once you have your feet under you and I've seen you be consistent, I've seen you be self-sufficient, so you're taking trades by yourself, and then because of a day of hesitancy, you're going to offload the responsibility somewhere else. And I'm fine if you guys hate me because I missed the trade. Like I'm making the best decisions that I can for my money, and I'm not going to apologize for that at all. But you're going to resent yourself for not trusting yourself. And that's something that doesn't go away until you start to, take actions in the other direction. Makes sense? So if there's something on the charts, or let's say that you're in a trade, you're thinking about closing or holding, make the choice that's going to make you the most proud of yourself once the market closes, once your P&L is settled. Which one of these two choices would you have rather made? Not which one are you more confident in the moment because somebody else gave you that validation. What are you going to be okay with in retrospect? Okay, that's the regret minimization framework. Good morning. I just took US 30 cells. Can everybody say RIP to Kajisco? We'll say a little we'll throw one up for you. It's been nice knowing you, Kagiso. You should have just gone to the casino, brother. Should have just took that money and done something productive. Ramsey said, "My goat." Don't do that. But you're a grown ass man. All right, you're your own goat. Um, Imagine the dude just out here wilding out on the YouTube stream as the goat. Man, what is wrong with y'all, man? What's the problem? What's the problem today, man? What's the problem today? Got grown men wearing jerseys and shit, wanting fucking another man's name on their back and all this stuff. It's like, what kind of culture are we living, man? The only man that you should ever hold on a pedestal is your father. That's it. You don't have a father, you better be somebody worth putting on a pedestal then. But people on social media, people online, influencers, traders, successful entrepreneurs, rich people, wealthy people, whoever the fuck that you're idolizing or whatever, don't do that. Okay? It's weird. This is still on nice profits though. I'm fucking around, bro. If you're gonna make money selling U30, who am I, right? Who am I to try and guide you in the right direction? What the fuck do I know? So he just said you're a grown ass man. Comedy. I mean, I didn't really look at the picture. Is that a grown man or no? It could be a kid. I mean, Vincente, did I say anything wrong? Are we not all adults here? Do you not have to support yourself? Like, I don't know. What did I say? All right, let's go ahead and see if there's any news out here. Uh, he said it ain't that deep, mate. Ramsey, I'll tell you what's that deep. Goodbye. Oh, that was just a message deleted. Wait. Put user in timeout. 24 hours. All right. Come back once you get it together. Beautiful. Let me see. Let's go see if there's any hot topics today and financial market news, and let's see if we can financial market news. Goldman Sachs. What? We'll do Market Watch. I can't, so, shout out to Yahoo. Whoa. There it is. Shout out to Yahoo, by the way, because I didn't even know they were still in business, but somehow Yahoo Finance is keeping them alive. I'm going to make sure I put an alert here so I know if the market's going to cross below that wick. Alert is set. Then let me put an alert at the top as well in case the market breaks to the other side. Alert. Beautiful. Okay. Is it Billy? They all come. It was like, nah, shit, just hilarious. New to trading, one will one day find financial freedom. You don't find financial freedom, Billy. You build it every day. If you're not taking a small piece of money and putting it aside every single day, then kiss that whole financial freedom shit goodbye. If you're not investing at least an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours a day on a skill that's going to improve your income potential, then kiss that whole financial freedom shit goodbye. And if you have not sat down and figured out exactly how much you need in order to be free, what freedom means to you, kiss that the financial freedom shit goodbye. Now, if you are willing to create that plan to get very clear about what the aggregate number for financial freedom is for you, to put money aside every day, not just thinking about it, but really actionably taking $5 out of your pocket, putting it somewhere, then I want to say it's almost a guarantee, but let's just say it's damn near, within reach. It says Billy, they all come with that mindset. Just don't give up in a year. They all come with that mindset. Just don't give up in a year. Yeah. Um, I agree, JC. Good morning, Big E. Good morning, Camille. Yep. Okay, let's go market watch. Let's see what we got going on here. France's election, so they had parliamentary elections yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Stocks and bonds recover as deadlock. Who cares? Rather than a far right ascent. Wait, stocks and bonds recover. Leftist coalitions fend off far right. Okay, what the fuck? Sus. How the fuck did the left stop the conservative push? Macron refuses to accept the prime minister's resignation. He said, "You're stuck, buddy." That's basically what they told Zelensky. He was like, "Yo, not really trying to fight this war no more. Like, we got no more people." He was like, "Yeah, I don't know about all that, but get back out there." Right? Basically the same thing. How the fuck do you refuse a prime minister's resignation? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Macron, Trudeau, that whole fucking cabal of that cesspool of the most destructive humans that have ever held office. Okay, throw Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak's dumbass in there too. Talk about the most destructive policies that we've ever seen in the world. Think about Europe, being a bastion of global excellence, or it used to be, to now you can't go to France. You don't want to, no one goes to Paris or London anymore to like for like leisure, You go there like for the rush, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna get robbed today. Oh, I might get knifed in this fucking deli or whatever the fuck you guys do out there. I ain't no right. How these people is basically like the Gavin Newsom, the guy from California. Trudeau is like the Gavin Newsom of Canada, and Macron is the Gavin Newsom of France, and they all suck and they're communists. Just my personal opinion. It's not a fact, but you guys can do enough research to basically figure out if what I just said was true or not. They split the legislators 50-50, leaving no faction even close to the majority needed to form a government. The result from Sunday's vote raised the risk of paralysis for the European Union's second largest economy. Wow, the European Union not having a clear cooperation because everyone has their own interests. Who would have fucking thought? Wow, if only somebody like Great Britain had seen this from a mile away and like, I don't know, decided to leave right on time. But that wouldn't happen. I'm still hopeful about that trade. And let's be real, something about this is giving me I don't know, a little bit of pause. I don't know why. I'm still expecting I'm still expecting the Model 2, by the way. I just extended my fib up to the top level 2451 at the top wick, but I can still see the Model 1 hitting TP1 and 2. But for some reason, I see Model 1, Model 2. We still haven't violated the lows. All right, big surprise. The market's coming back to our entry for a retest, and all the people who chased the trade are going to be in a world of hurt. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? This week's U.S. inflation report could have serious implications for stocks. Wow. Revolutionary information here. He said the inflation report could move markets. God, somebody get this. Whoever wrote this, get him a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. All right. So close. Almost there. So the entry at the 7-8, it would take the trade from the 3.3 to 1 up to 2.5 to 1. So if you're going to risk $1,000, you're either going to make $3,300 or $2,600. A big difference. Big difference. Um, and I mean, a good system would be tester and then full. But personally, it's a Monday. I'm not going to rush this trade. So I'd much rather just wait for the full entry. Or I'll put my tester at the 886 and leave some ammo in case it wants to dip lower. Right? Isn't that crazy? Drop a like on the show. There's 13 likes and 60 people watching, but I'm not the smartest person. I'm not gonna win a Nobel Prize for math. But there's something not adding up there. 60 people on the stream, 13 likes. How about we do this? We hit 100 likes on the stream. I'm gonna give away 2 FX Summit tickets and 1 free seat to the masterclass. Not to the same person, obviously. Let's get to 100 likes. A bunch of giveaways will go out, and let's make this fun. I had no idea France was a president and a prime minister. To be honest, I had no idea they had a prime minister either. Just to show you how useless or irrelevant the prime minister is there. Camille said Poland, baby. Last of the Mohicans. Real shit. Oh, but Poland has its own issues, man. Poland's got its own issues. Everyone's trying to join NATO and shit. Everyone's trying to fucking, come on now. Each week, I've been putting money to the side. It's been about 10 months just learning and observing. Good stuff, Billy. Love to see it. Just keep putting that money aside, keep putting that money aside, and make sure that you're putting it in a place where you feel confident that that's over the next 2 to 5 years is going to be something productive for you. Wouldn't testing the lows on your graph mean a reversal, or are we just YOLO mode before the crash? This guy just said, are we just in YOLO mode before the crash? Because I want to buy it at support. How the fuck does me buying this at support? First off, how does the market retesting support signify a reversal? First off, that just literally doesn't make any sense. The second part is like you're trying to short, right? And so you trading against the overall trend that's been happening for 18 fucking months nonstop. You trading against that because of one red candle. That's not reckless. And that's not YOLO. But me buying at support in a bullish trending market that's been bullish for 18 months in a row with no off days, that's somehow YOLO? Camille, what the fuck are you talking about? Bro, this is why people. All right, I'm going to say some very disrespectful shit, but it's going to be very fucking true. If you don't know what the fuck you are talking about, shut the fuck up and learn and listen. Imagine I'm in a room with a bunch of successful people. I'm like, well, me, but me. And everything I'm saying is just learn. Be in the room, be the fly on the wall. I'm not asking you to know everything, right? But I am asking you to learn. He said, rip me a new one. Are you telling me to? Or are you asking like, now this is getting weird. This guy's like, yeah, kick me while I'm down. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm not here trying to bully people. I'm trying to let every single person on here know that this game is not a joke. All right. But it is very fucking straightforward if you learn a strategy. And so instead of having 50 different things that you're studying and all this information and asking questions like this, it's like the only question you should ask is, why are you doing this? Not sort of with the assumption. Because if you're gonna ask a question with an assumption like, hey, wouldn't a break of that mean that the market's gonna keep flying forever? I understand the innocence of the question, but I also said, the fuck kind of question is that, bro? You ain't watched one YouTube video of ours? Not one. He said I'm YOLOing because I'm buying at support. Even baby, even baby Pips got that one right. And that's a free website. So what's the excuse? He said, hey, yo, no Diddy. Yo, son, yo, T, you got to be moderator in the YouTube, fam. This is your fault, actually. You have allowed, you've allowed the circus to continue, my friend. Because I know that you have full moderator privileges and you're just watching them happen. You're watching the fucking messages load up and you see it populate and you're like, I'm gonna let that one go. Because Roy's gonna have a field day with this one. You just want to see me blow a gasket. That's what I think is really happening, T. So if you want to talk about Diddy and all this stuff, you caused this. And so uh, um, you're just as culpable as him. John, what the fuck are you laughing at? Man says talk about some LOL. What am I fucking funny? It's not funny how? That was a Goodfellas line, whatever the fuck his name is. Not Bellucci. What's the guy's name is? The guy's like, oh, you're funny. He's like, oh, I'm funny? Funny like funny how? Like funny like I'm a clown? Like I amuse you? It's like, bro, all I said was you're a funny guy. What the fuck? Joe Pesci. George Dillon, man. Good looks. I hate when I make an obscure cultural reference, but I can't really remember the reference specifically. And I'm just like, oh, you guys know the guy from that one thing that did the thing? They'll be like, yeah, what? Paramount finalizes merger pact with Skydance. First off, mergers and acquisitions have completely stalled. Lena Khan, which is she's not the head of the SEC. What is she the head of? The hold on. FTC. Okay. So the Federal Trade Commission is basically in charge of mergers, acquisitions, monopolies, and kind of breaking up things that could be anti-competitive practices. She's completely stopped all mergers and acquisitions. Basically, she's like an anti-monopoly person. And so anything that resembles an industry takeover, she's basically stalled. So I don't think this is going to get it does like why the fuck is Paramount buying? So Eli Lilly is going to pay 3.2 billion cash to buy the biotech with an IBD treatment. The fuck does that have to do with these different Britvic? Okay, so these are all different stories. My bad, guys. I read the Paramount and Skydance merger, and then I'm looking at all these different deals, and I'm like, first off, oh, who bought 3.2 billion dollars? Okay, hedge fund piles into commodity sensitive stocks at a fastest pace in 5 months. Hedge funds pile into commodity sensitive stocks. U.S. Energy and Materials got it. Third week in a row. Hedge funds were net sellers of commodity sensitive stocks 6 weeks consecutively. Okay, so they just completely shifted. So, can anybody take a guess here? Why would a bunch of hedge funds and some of the largest financial institutions in the world be buying assets that are more commodity heavy today? Anyone want to take a guess here before I give out the answer? Said the best Italian gangster. No, George, that'd be fucking me. All right, except I'm Lebanese. But it depends on who's asking, right? I'm culturally ambiguous enough where I'll tell people I'm Greek sometimes. I'll hit them with the I'm Italian. I was in Puerto Rico. They kept hitting. I told them I was Puerto Rican. They're like, no, the fuck, you're not. They, it works, right? So I could be Italian, and I'm the real. We're gonna talk about the best Italian gangster, brother. You're fucking looking at him. Said you're the best Lebanese gangster. Hey man, fucking all of them. I'm going for every flag. Just add it. Iwo Jima in this bitch. Might catch some flack for that one. Rich says, all right. He said Joe Pesci, even that Biggie, good looks. He said, Frankie, were you shaking? Oh shit. All right, we got about 30 likes on the stream. We get to 100. I'm giving away 2 free tickets to the FX Summit Conference and 1 free seat to the NAS 100 Masterclass. Gabe says, because of the loss of trust in currencies. That's a big one, right? So France is falling apart, Canada's falling apart, Great Britain, not too strong of an economy, Japan's currency is useless. Do you want to keep holding currencies? Probably not. Now, the real question is, they're not moving out of currencies to go into commodity heavy stocks. They're getting out of traditional equities like stocks or whatever else high risk, high return, long-term investments to go into something safer. Because commodities fall into this thing of if you guys want to invest in stuff, like I'm talking personally, you want to buy equity in companies, buy equity in companies, not financial advice, but in stuff that people need. Food, water, energy, shelter. Lasaldo's funny as hell. He said weed. People will always want weed, right? So buy things that people like genuinely need. If you want to go into trucking and you're transporting produce and you have a contract with, let's say, like a Walgreens or whatever the fuck it is, people are always going to need that food. And if you have a refrigerated truck, you're that guy or gal. Okay. Um, see up here. So commodities typically see a rise when everything else is too sketchy. So the stock market could crash at any moment, due for a correction, and there's some interest rate news coming out. People are like, let me buy gold and let me buy, precious metals and make sure I stay out of the risk. But now there's a second dynamic that's happening where energy has become, one of the top concerns. We have the battery revolution. So people are now beefing over lithium and the refining of lithium, cobalt, and some of these other important elements to create batteries. And then obviously there's the oil wars. Oil's starting to run out. We got about 40, 50 years before this thing really gets dry. And though, if we haven't found an off-ramp, it's going to be a lot of conflict. So what's happening is everyone in the world who is a massive oil producer, specifically Russia, Venezuela, and Saudi Arabia, are trying to sell all their oil in advance using forwards or futures contracts and use that money to invest in biotech and AI and other productive new industries so that they can keep the party rolling, right? Keep the music going. Right now, people buying commodities because I think the the US recession is going to hit in Q4. I think everyone sees it. So if they're betting 6 months in advance, maybe Q1 of 2025. People buy commodities now, recession on the way. And yeah, we'll see how things look after Trump is brought in because he's going to probably get rid of Powell. So there's no guarantee that we're going to get that recession. We might have a change in policies. We might end up lowering the interest rates earlier before we have a problem. So kind of being more proactive instead of reactive. And so that's what it would be. Quick question. Did anyone win the raffle from the last free masterclass from Saturday? I believe so, right? It's a good question. Because it goes
Yes.
to the new currency of trade when our money goes to zero? No. The dollar is not going to go to zero, guys. It's not a Disney movie. They will protect the dollar system until the last breath. Like, y'all don't understand. I was telling my brother this, like, we were arguing the other day at dinner about, and I know I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but about election interference and about like how shady the last elections were. Bro, there's people at the table that were saying that there was no shady behavior in the last election. I'm like, look, we're not going to sit here and say that it was fully sus, but we're not going to sit here and pretend like there wasn't anything shady that happened. And the analogy we came up with is like, bro, I've played mindless children's games with people, and I've seen people cheat at mindless children's games, like golf, fucking Monopoly, whatever the fuck we were playing. So people will cheat for a mindless children's game with no stakes on the line. Y'all don't fucking think they would do it for the all the power in the world and all of the money in the world and all of the fucking security and the freedom and the insider whatever. You are out of your goddamn mind, or you're just plain stupid if you think that that's not what's happening. That they're not all out trying to get away with as much as they possibly can and tiptoeing the shit out of that line of what they can and can't do. Said, yo, Roy, where's Golly at, bro? Golly wanted to be fucking, he wanted to, obviously, Golly's in the tech field The tech field is growing so fast. He's trying to stay locked in and make sure that he's on top of all the innovations that are happening and continue to grow, professionally. And they made him project manager and gave him so much responsibility. So he had to make a tough choice to walk away. He also moved to Texas, so he had to make a tough choice to step away, focus on his professional life. But rest assured, Golly's still in the back end, and you can still feel his impact, especially when it comes to the summit. Buddy, that dude. I mean, we've all, these are like the saddest moments for me, but it's like even like I'm not even sure if Ryan is here, but Ryan was on the team and he had to go do the same thing. Like sometimes you got to make very tough choices, and you have to like Chart Addicts is a great place to be, guys, but we're not doing the supercar marketing, all this bullshit. This is not a company that's going to grow like instantly, and we're gonna get all the things that we really want. And so folks do have to make some sacrifices, and yeah, just the way it goes. I don't know. It's shit like this that makes me want to close the door sometimes, where I'm like, bro, we couldn't make it work in 4 years to really be able to push through and generate tons of success without having to kind of stoop to the level of flashy marketing or clickbait, whatever. You guys know that we've had this convo before. I think we were talking about something. I lost track. Don't matter. You're just past 200K challenge thanks to the 88.6 strategy. Congrats, Mike. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Alfonso, good morning. Everyone say W Mike in the chats. All right, market is coming back to this entry. I want this shit to fucking hurry up so I can go about my day. Um, Matter of fact, why the fuck would I even say that? I'm about to go mind my business and go about my day. We've been staring at this chart for about an hour and a half. Well, I mean, I might as well wait it out now. We're almost at entry. But I was gonna say we've been staring at this chart for about an hour now. So if you haven't taken notes on what this trade is, then it's done. Would you need help with reviewing the previous master classes? Yes. We'll go through those. We'll send out an email and get you guys the access. Let's see who can help us out. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all I can say. But I know it sounds easy. Like for me, I'm fine with this. It's the team, brother. It's the team. You can't bring a lot of people along and promise them that people are going to see reason. Like just give us some time, and everyone's going to come around and realize that the best strategy is the one that people want. And we don't need to do the flashy stuff, because if real humans keep saying that it's changing their lives, then eventually people will listen, and that's just not true. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna keep going, because at this point, it's like we were doing this for free. We were doing this with no audience, and I'll keep doing it with no audience. But you can't really, it's really hard to build a big team like that. Okay. Like you got to make money, and you got to constantly drop the next promotion and the next thing. And this whole shit is just fucking stupid, bro. Shout out to markets, shout out to trading. Um, that's why I started trading in the first place, but I don't even like people. I'm pretty sure. Right? I'm like 50-50 on it. Some of you guys I love. Um, yeah, I don't even know where we're going with this. Entry is in 8-8. You guys know the drill. I gotta delete that. Oh, big surprise. Market is rejecting our entry. Oh, how could this have happened? Oh, markets are so hard to predict. You don't know what's gonna happen next. We good, everybody? If you took the trade, let me know what your entry is. Wow, if only there was a class that taught how the strategy works, but it's probably just luck. It's just a giant coincidence. All right, guys. I'm gonna go about my day. Damn. So I'm gonna have to give me 1 second. Take this trade. All right, TP1 just hit. TP1 just hit. TP1 just hit. I'm damn near at a 1-to-1 R on that trade. So as soon as we hit the top of the range, I'm gonna close the majority of my position. Probably just leave a couple contracts out, let it ride. But if we hit the top of the range, I'll be at like 1.2 or 1.3 to 1 R. So I might as well just close the whole trade and go about my day. Oh, but damn, I guess it was just a giant coincidence how the market rejected like that, and like how we waited patiently for the retest, and how some people chased it, and like I don't know. If only there was a way to understand what just happened and how this all works. I don't know. That would be crazy. All right, I'm done being facetious. Good to see you guys here this morning. Chart Addicts members, you know how to take profits. The rest of y'all, take the class. That's all I can say. Happy safe trading, y'all. And if there's any questions, comments, concerns, reach out to us, info@chartaddictsfx.com. We're extending the 40% off code, by the way. There was a July 4th 40% off code. We are extending the code because there was a bunch of people that were traveling, spending money for July 4th with family, and may just did not have the funds to be able to do it to be able to buy their tickets before this weekend. And so we're going to oblige. I think we're going to extend it until the 10th for 2 more days. So if you haven't grabbed your ticket to the summit, make sure to use that code July 4. We're going to extend that one. For Chart Addicts members, if you've taken the masterclass before, we're going to have the masterclass 2.0. I want to do it closer to the end of August, right before the markets start moving, so everything is fresh. So we're ready to hit the ground running. Okay, so I think that that is going to be way better doing the 2.0 class in August. The last NASDAQ Masterclass 1.0 of the last one of the year is July 21st. Okay, so 2 weeks to the class. You got about a few days to get your VIP or to get your tickets for the summit. And we have the NASDAQ 2.0 class happening in August. Very exciting stuff. My broker is a little off, it seems, 2592. Well, I mean, I'm using Owanda, so I hope that your broker's different. As long as the price action is the same. Gold still headed down. Oh, excuse me. Gold still headed down to that 2357 entry. And then if you just don't want to take that 2357, you can take 2360 retest. Okay, you guys can thank me later for that one. Same trade we covered on the Sunday outlook. Okay. We good? 42 likes. Good, but no free tickets today. I'll see you guys later. Happy and safe trading. Take it easy. Peace. Camille says, thank you, Roy. Much appreciated. I'll be back to argue and say stupid shit all day. You're always welcome back, Camille. If you say some shit about ripping a new one, though, that's strike three. So just let that be the warning for you. Take it easy, guys. See you tomorrow morning. Peace. Man, where does YouTube find these people, bro?